All right, let's just jump right into this. Andrew Tate.
Long time.
I know, it's been a very long time.
Very long time.
Actually, I met you downstairs at the Ritz.
Correct.
George and I were engaged at the time.
Yep.
And I probably was very swept up in George and barely got time to talk to you, but I do remember you being very polite. So it's interesting to fast forward to today, and you were very much in the UK circuit.
Yeah.
Now it seems like your celebrity is kind of really hitting the US market. They're kind of finding you for the first time, digging up a bunch of old clips, and there's a lot of pressure now on conservatives to say something really awful about you.
Who are you?
He's called himself the king of toxic masculinity, but now controversial influencer Andrew Tate has been arrested in Romania. Here is everything you need to know.
We'll be up at 7 o'clock and I told you. He'll message me at 8:30 after wake up next to God knows who. Whiskey spilled all over the desk. But again, that inspires me. And he'd be like, emergency meeting in my room. Emergency meeting, we always say that. So I'll go to his room. So
The whole world is
what's the
aware of
emergency?
these emergency meetings.
And he'll bring up tiny issues with the business that, I could have slept on quite happily. But again, it's like me doing the exercise when he won't. It pushes me to be a better person. Andrew will happily work 15, 16 hours a day and then go out and spend 4 or 5 hours having fun and blowing loads of money. It doesn't come from the sky. It's not magic, not trust fund kids. We didn't win the lottery. He's the
On what planet does a 6'3" millionaire, handsome son of a well-spoken, driving and traveling the world, dude, like Andrew and T or James Bond in real life, they don't need to be doing that with women. Like, their biggest problem is what women they're gonna see, first of all.
Celebrity dubbed the king of toxic masculinity by his followers and the scariest man on the internet by his critics.
By masculine standards, the majority of beautiful women are losers.
Now, he's being detained in Romania, charged with human trafficking and forming an organized crime group. But who is Andrew Tate?
There's a large contingent of men out there who don't want to wear makeup, who don't want to be girls, who want to have money, who want to have hot chicks. And there's nothing wrong with us.
Born in the US, but raised mostly in England, Tate started as a professional kickboxer, winning several world titles.
Most dudes to look like me have to give up their entire life to look like me. I can do it as a hobby on the side.
He gained notoriety appearing on the UK edition of Big Brother in 2016, but was kicked off of the reality show after a video surfaced appearing to show him hitting a woman with a belt. Tate and the woman denied any abuse occurred and said the clips showed consensual sex. From there, past tweets in which Tate had used homophobic and racial slurs emerged. On social media, Tate became a vocal supporter of former President Donald Trump, even flying to the US to meet with his son, Donald Trump Jr.
I like Trump. He's grabbing bitches by the pussy. I like that guy.
He was spotted around Washington, D.C. with prominent conspiracy theorists and appeared on right-wing talk shows like Alex Jones's InfoWars.
You were to get 100 liberals and 100 conservatives and have a Royal Rumble, who are you betting on? And these liberals are just pushing their agenda of absolute degeneratism.
He began styling himself as a self-help influencer for men, finding a home among the manosphere, an online anti-feminist movement.
women should clean up. Not only should women clean up unprompted.
Imagine this. You wake up in the morning and you're Tate. Bitch here, the bitch here. Move them hoes out the way.
He faced increasing backlash to his misogynistic comments and was banned from Twitter in 2017 for saying women bear some responsibility for being sexually assaulted. But the backlash didn't stop him from amassing a massive social media following on platforms like YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok, with a large share of his following coming from teens.
You can't slander me, because I will state right now that I am absolutely sexist and I'm absolutely a misogynist. And I have money, and you can't take it away.
At the same time, he was promoting an online marketing program, Hustlers University, for a monthly membership fee of $49.
You're in the most fantastic place on the planet for making money, Hustlers University.
Tate claimed the program would give members, quote, high-income skill development in fields like copywriting, crypto, and investing.
You want to escape. That's why you joined. You don't want to be a loser anymore. Exist inside Hustlers University. Become Hustlers University.
In August 2022, Tate's prolific online presence brought renewed scrutiny, and he was banned from YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, with the social media companies citing violations of their hate speech policies.
I don't feel very canceled. In fact, I feel like everything's better than it's ever been.
Despite the bans, online users continued to share and react to Tate's content in millions of posts. Tate was back in the social media spotlight that December after he tweeted climate activist Greta Thunberg a picture saying he owned 33 cars and asking for her contact information. Thunberg responded with a fake email address mocking him.
Greta's email address is, I have small dick energy.
The next day, things came to a head for the king of toxic masculinity when he was arrested alongside his brother by Romanian authorities. The pair had been under investigation since April after the U.S. Embassy contacted Romanian authorities with information about a U.S. citizen being held against their will. Tate had moved to Romania from the UK in 2017, citing his belief that the Eastern European country was less likely to investigate sexual assault cases.
People say, why do you live in Romania? And I explain my 5 reasons. One of them is the Me Too era. They go, oh, well, you're a rapist. I say, no, I'm not a fucking rapist. But I like the idea of being able to just say, to do what I want. I like being free.
There seems to be a pressure on everybody on all sides to say something awful about me. I kind of feel like I've been placed in a position where there's always someone attacking me new each day. But I guess I was built for it because it doesn't bother me like it should, perhaps.
You seem to be doing pretty well given the circumstances.
I know the truth in my heart, and I know that what I say is the truth, and I understand very well the internet and how it works, and I also think I'm perspicacious enough to understand there's certainly a degree of weaponized virtue, and perhaps a degree of jealousy, and perhaps a few other things are involved in all of these attacks. I don't believe that people who sit and attack somebody for their past, especially something from so long ago, are genuinely virtuous. I don't think it's about virtue. I think it's about, well, I can get some clicks this way, or I can get some views that way, or he did the biggest interview ever, or whatever it is. There's certainly some other motivations. And I don't want to say water off a duck's back. I don't want to come across as arrogant. However, I do believe that since the dawn of human time, every single king with any kind of empire was constantly at war. And I think if you're going to become one of the most famous people on the internet, you're going to be at war. And you'd be a fool to become massively influential and then cry about the fact that you end up in constant battles. It doesn't matter if you're Napoleon or Charlemagne or Genghis Khan. There's always someone prodding the edges of your empire, trying to find weakness, see what little bit of land they can take. And I think it's always been the same. And right now, I guess you could say, to a degree, I certainly have an empire and I'm massively influential. And there's a degree of, I wouldn't say jealousy, but there's certainly some ambitious people who are trying to damage it. I think that's what it is.
So I did see.
So when I say Islam is the last religion on earth, I say it because it seems to be the only one who will stand up and say, no, we don't care. No, that's not what the book says. No. I was raised Christian, and Muslims as a whole, we have no problems with Christians. None at all. I don't want anyone to think I'm anti-Christian, like I dislike Christians. We don't have a problem with Christians. We believe in a lot of the same things. We believe in Jesus. We put more respect on the name of Jesus than most Christians do. I just don't like the idea of people saying they're a Christian and saying, but because I'm a Christian, I can do whatever I want and throw all the rules away and none of it matters. Because once you have that level of tolerance, you no longer have a religion. Islam seems to be the last religion left with parameters. If you don't have parameters, you don't have a religion at all. So the closer I found myself to God, the closer I found myself to Islam. That's just how it ended.
And Andrew, speaking of fear, one could argue that Islam these days, certainly in the last 20 years with the war on terror, they've also been the most vilified.
Absolutely.
Right? So, you know, everything that we've seen happen with extremism and everything that's going on all over the world, how are you grappling with that? You've been a Christian for years now, Islam, everything.
And you know what? That's such an interesting question, because when I was younger, especially when I was an atheist, I would sit and think, people are really doing terror attacks and doing all this crazy stuff because, you know, they're upset over a cartoon. That's so stupid. And nobody should kill anyone. Nobody should kill
Charlie Hebdo.
Yeah, nobody should kill anybody. Nobody should kill anybody. I'll make that very clear. But also part of me is now saying, why would you want to insult the prophet for these people? Why would you want to? I don't want to make the argument against free speech. I'm not saying you couldn't be allowed to. This is a sensitive subject. I'm just saying, what kind of person wakes up and thinks, I want to do that? I don't know. I just don't think that's a healthy mindset. Like when I see these Satanists, especially these Satanists, and they're dressing up Jesus as gay and all this stuff like that, that's not done with any kind of good faith. There's no good reason to do that. That's done with genuinely malicious intention. And What kind of people want to do that? And then the answer by extension is, I thought America was a Christian country. So how can you have a Christian country where the prophets of the religion are mocked to the highest possible levels within the confines of the country and it's promoted? Is that a Christian country? Doesn't seem like a Christian country to me. I don't think the same thing would happen with Islam in Saudi Arabia. I can't imagine that happening. So how can you say we're a Christian country, but everyone's mocking our God on the streets? Ha ha ha. It's on Netflix, ha ha ha. That's not a Christian country. So if you're not a Christian country, then where's the religion? The religion's supposed to enforce certain boundaries. You're supposed to at least show it respect, you know? And it's also